Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. My name is Ioana, and we will discuss today a few things about loving intellect, and of course, how can this support us in our meditation. Before meditating, I remember that sometimes my mind was like a battlefield. I was having lots of thoughts, and if someone would say something, and if I would not agree, then after a few minutes, I would feel guilty, and I would think, well, maybe I should agree with them, or maybe I should follow what they say. They have more experience. It is easy to feel like there is a war in your mind. There is a battlefield in the mind. And we all would like to experience peace of mind, isn't it? And to experience peace, we need to understand the functioning of the mind. In Raja Yoga, we say that there are 3 faculties that are responsible for the quality of our thinking. These 3 faculties are the mind, the intellect, and the memory or the personality. And how do they work together? In the mind, there are thoughts and emotions and moods. They are all changing very, very quickly, very rapidly. And then whatever happens in the mind, it is communicated to the intellect. And the intellect has the ability to discern and to decide. And a good intellect will be able to take an action that is not biased by our past. And then whatever action we experience, it is recorded in our memory, in our impressions. In time, it will give rise to my traits of personality. Whatever I do today, it will become my personality tomorrow. Let's see an example. For instance, I meet someone, and I remember from past experience that last time we spoke, they were not very nice to me. They were a little bit critical with me. This experience comes into the mind, and now in the mind there are different thoughts. Maybe I should not speak to them, or I should reduce the time I'm spending to them, or maybe I should also be critical with them. All these thoughts reach the intellect, and a good intellect will be able to discern the current situation and decide. And hopefully it will decide to act with friendliness, with kindness, with calm. And that will be my action. This action is stored in my memory, in my impressions. And next time when I will meet that person, from past experiences will come the situation that, yes, I was calm and friendly with them. So this time I may act with kindness from the very beginning. So we would like to see how to develop such a good intellect. And in Raja Yoga, we call it a higher intellect, a loving intellect. And it is loving because it is loving towards a spiritual nature, towards a spiritual home, the eternal beings of light. This loving intellect is wise, and it has an elevated vision on everything. Now, to be able to have this intellect, we would like to take in the spiritual knowledge. It will take in the spiritual knowledge. It will change it into light. And this light will make the mind very easy, very natural, very peaceful. So when there is light in the mind, we feel calm and peaceful. And then with this light, the intellect can develop even more might, more power to discern, more power to decide, and that will eventually do the right action for me and for others. So light, might, and right will eventually make me kind. So the result of that will be a kind trait of personality. My personality will change and I will become calmer and peaceful and kind with others. So let's explore in meditation how this loving intellect can support us in shaping our personality, making sure the body is feeling comfortable and relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed. The back is straight. You can keep the eyes open if you wish. Breathing is natural, normal breathing. I connect with a point of positive energy that is situated inside the body, behind the forehead, in the middle of the two eyes. As I go deeper into the journey towards the inner being, I reach a place where there is a feeling of stillness. There is a feeling of being in silence. I connect with a treasure of peace that exists within. Peace is my true nature. Peace is the original state of the being. Peace is who I am and what I want to be. In peace, there is kindness. In peace, I know I am okay, and I will be okay. In peace, there is love, unconditional love. Love is my true nature. Love is the original state of the being of light. In peace and love, I realize my truth. My original eternal nature is one of peace. My true nature is one of happiness. When I was searching for happiness in the outer world, it was coming and going. Now I know that I'm the creator of my happiness. I'm the author of my happiness. My inner world becomes calmer and cleaner. Vibrations of peace, love, and happiness are spreading out into the atmosphere, reaching out to friends, to family, reaching out into the world. The whole world is a family, and I'm sending them vibrations of peace, love, and happiness. As I am using the loving intellect, I realize the spiritual nature of the self, the true self, the being of light, is a subtle presence, cannot be seen with the physical eyes. I can experience the vibrations of peace, of love, and of happiness coming from the being of light. As we use the loving intellect to see the reality of the being of light, this is a reality of light. We see it as a home of light. We see it as a sky of light. The loving intellect works like a vehicle. We can experience being in this sky of light. Using the intellect, we see ourselves clearly in the home of peace. We see ourselves as a tiny star of light, a unique star of sparkling light in a world of light. This world is filled with light. This world is filled with peace. The tiny star of light is a being of peace, a being of truth, a living being. In this world, there is a family of beings of light. They all look like stars of light. They are lucky stars, stars of peace. They are a family. A family that exists forever. They are beyond time and space. They are alike. They are equally beautiful, equally good, equally powerful. Together with a family, there is a parent, supreme mother, a supreme father, the divinity. Feeling that we belong here, belonging to this family, belonging to the supreme parent, belonging to a world that is eternal. The being of light is a being of peace. The being of light is tremendously powerful. Vibrations of peace and might are spreading out, reaching out to all other beings of light, reaching out to the nature. From here, the being of light can return into the awareness of everyday work, everyday activities. The loving intellect is linked in a link of love with a home of peace. This link cannot be broken. Returning into activity, the loving intellect remains connected to the home, remains connected to the Supreme Parent. The light of the home and the might of the being enable the intellect to do the right action. As I can see myself in different activities, being able to discern and to decide to do the right action, right for the self, right for others, right for environment. A kind personality is emerged. My original traits of personality, a personality that is completely peaceful, loveful, wise, are emerged. Personality that is compassionate and kind in any situation. We register the experience of peace, and we know that we can return to it whenever we want. I hope you can meditate every day. Om Shanti. Thank you.